The war in Ukraine grinds on. What began as a swift invasion has become a bloody stalemate. Russia envisioned a quick victory, but the Ukrainian resistance, aided by Western allies, has been fierce. Cities have been reduced to rubble and millions have fled their homes. The conflict has exposed the limitations of Russia's military might, plagued by logistical issues and low morale. NATO has been galvanized, leading to increased military spending among its members. The war has disrupted supply chains and contributed to rising energy prices. Thousands of civilians have been killed and countless more displaced. The international community must work together to find a diplomatic solution that respects Ukraine's sovereignty. The alternative is a prolonged conflict with the potential to escalate into a wider European war. The trade war initiated during the Trump administration, primarily targeting China, has had unforeseen consequences for the conflict in Ukraine. China is a major importer of Russian oil and gas, and the trade war has put downward pressure on global energy prices. This has reduced Russia's revenue from energy exports, a key source of funding for its military. The strained relations between the United States and China have created a more complex geopolitical landscape. China has refrained from providing overt military support to Russia, balancing its economic interests with its desire to avoid further alienating the West. The combination of lower energy prices and reduced access to international markets has strained the Kremlin's finances. This has limited Russia's ability to sustain its military operations in Ukraine. The economic pressures created by the trade war have undoubtedly played a role in shaping Russia's actions. The war in Ukraine is unfolding against a backdrop of shifting global power dynamics. The post-Cold War order, characterized by American hegemony, is giving way to a more multipolar world. China's rise as an economic and military power is challenging the United States' position, while Russia seeks to reassert its influence. This competition for power has created new fault lines and increased the risk of conflict. The war in Ukraine is a stark reminder of the dangers of this new era of great power competition. The conflict has highlighted the limitations of traditional alliances and security arrangements. In this uncertain environment, diplomacy and dialogue are more important than ever. The international community must work together to manage these complex relationships and prevent competition from escalating into conflict. The stakes are high, and the choices we make today will have profound consequences for the future. Section 4. Whispers of diplomacy and the drumbeat of war. Amidst the devastation, there have been glimmers of hope for a negotiated settlement. Ceasefire talks between Ukrainian and Russian officials have been ongoing, albeit with limited progress. The international community has rallied behind Ukraine, providing humanitarian aid and military support. The United States and its allies have imposed crippling sanctions on Russia, targeting its economy. Despite these efforts, the fighting continues, and there are fears of a major escalation. The international community must continue to pursue all avenues for diplomacy and dialogue. The world cannot stand idly by while a sovereign nation is attacked and its people suffer. Section 5. The long road to peace. The road to peace in Ukraine will be long and arduous. Even if a ceasefire is agreed upon, the underlying issues that led to the conflict will remain. Addressing these issues will require dialogue, compromise, and a willingness to address the legitimate security concerns of all parties. The international community has a vital role to play in supporting this process. It can provide financial assistance for reconstruction and facilitate dialogue between the parties. The war in Ukraine is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict and the importance of diplomacy. The international community must work together to find a peaceful resolution to this conflict. The road to peace will be long and difficult, but it is a journey that we must take together.